Okay, very good. And let me see. Looks like we've got Ms. Steiger present. Hi, this is Judge Cisco. Do I have Ms. Steiger present?
Yes.
Hello. Hello, good morning. Can you turn on your video or ask someone to help turn on the video?
Just a second.
Sure. Oh, now the video. All right, Ms. Steiger, correct?
Hello?
You're Charmaine Steiger?
Yes.
Okay, very good. The video is on, so we're going to bring in our jury, and then I'm going to have the clerk swear you in, and then we will begin with your testimony. Okay, let's go ahead and bring in the jury.
Yes. Witness is requesting that the media not
Broadcast her identity. Okay, ask the media not to broadcast her identity.
I already have.
Pardon me?
All rise.
It's okay, it's fine.
Or judge, show.
Right, don't show the screen, right. They know what that means. It's okay. It's okay. It's going forward from this moment forward. All right, welcome back, members of the jury. So when we broke yesterday, we had one. Oh, sorry. That's all right. Okay. So yesterday, when we recessed, we had a witness on the stand, but due to scheduling issues, we have to call another witness out of turn. All right. So I believe Rashad Murphy is calling Charmaine Steiger, correct?
That is correct.
All right, very good. Ms. Steiger, please raise your right hand to be sworn.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give in this class will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, you can put your hand down. You may proceed, Mr. Hernandez.
Thank you, Honor. Ma'am, could you state your name, please?
Charmaine Steiger.
And Ms. Steiger, I believe you're in custody in jail in the Duval County Jail in Jacksonville?
Yes.
And are you in jail for a violation of probation?
Yes.
And are you scheduled to be released in the next few weeks, sometime in June?
Yeah.
Okay. Ms. Steiger, do you know the defendant, Rashad Murphy?
Yes.
And how long have you known him?
Since we were teenagers.
And how would you describe your relationship? Are you a romantic relationship? Are you his fiance?
Yes.
And you've known each other since you were teenagers. Would that be over 15 years?
Yes.
And do you have any children together?
Yes. We have 4 children.
I'm sorry?
Yes, we have 4 children.
4 children. Now, how would you describe Mr. Murphy, Rashad Murphy, as a father and in your relationship with him?
He's a good man. He's a good father. He's a super father. Meaning he's there through any and everything with his children. He never leaves his children's side. anything that they need, anywhere that they have to go, he's there. He's a good man. He's a gentleman. And just from this situation happening, it's, it's a situation that my children have to go through each and every day. And this pain here is just causing them to not be focused on the things that they need to be focused on. And everything has been stripped away from them.
Okay. So, Ms. Steiger, I just need you just to answer the question that is asked, okay? Mr. Hernandez, go ahead.
Thank you. Do you love Rashad Murphy?
Yes, I do.
Do his children love him, Rashad Murphy?
Of course they do.
And you said he was a super father. Did he participate in their activities and help raise them?
Yes, he did.
Now, I'd like to go back a minute. How is it that, do you recall how you first got together with Rashad Murphy? How did you get to meet him?
I met him at a football game.
And were you together pretty much the entire time after you started your relationship?
Yes.
Back in, starting I believe in 2018, did several members of his family pass away?
Yes, they did.
Now, did his mother and cousin pass away in 2018?
Yes.
And his grandmother in 2019?
Yes.
Was Rashad the pallbearer for all three of those people that I just mentioned, family members, mother, cousin, and grandmother?
Yes.
Can you describe to the jury how you observed how that affected those experiences? How did that affect Mr. Murphy?
As any other person would have lost a loved one, he took it really bad.
To your knowledge, were they all buried next to each other?
Yes.
And are you aware if there was any type of vandalization of those graves?
Yes, I'm aware of it.
And how did that affect Rashad Murphy?
He was pretty hurt by it.
What do you know about Rashad's childhood?
Can you please state your full legal name for the record?
Mark Patrick Rubino.
And what do you do?
I'm an adult neurologist.
And could you give us some idea of your background, your training?
All right. Well, a long time ago, I went to Northeastern Ohio University's College of Medicine, now called Northeastern Ohio Medical University, as part of a 6-year BS&D program. It means I went to my BS at Kent State and my MD in 6 years.
Okay.
And then I went on to do my transitional residency at Akron City Hospital, and then my neurology residency at USF here in Tampa.
And how long have you been practicing neurology?
26 years.
All right. And do you have any licenses?
I'm licensed in the state of Florida.
And are you in private practice?
I am.
All right. And have you ever been allowed to offer an opinion or give an opinion in the field of neurology?
Yes.
Approximately how many times?
82, 83, something like that.
In state court and federal court, or?
State and federal, yes, but all in Florida.
And doctor, what's a neurologist?
A neurologist is a doctor who spinal cord, nerve, and muscle. So I deal with everything from dementias, head injuries, Parkinson's disease, movement disorders, Huntington's disease, seizures, peripheral neuropathy, balance problems, and unfortunately a lot of pain too.
And so then you have clinical patients that you see on a daily or weekly basis, I assume?
Yes,
And were you retained by my office in this case?
I was.
And what were you tasked with doing?
To evaluate him neurologically, I think specifically because he'd had some head injuries, I was tasked to find something to order some imaging.
Okay, and did you actually meet with Davion Murphy?
I did meet with Mr. Murphy, yes.
Okay, and was that at the jail?
At the jail here in Tampa, yes.
And did you do some type of evaluation or something with him?
I
at the
did
jail?
a history and I did a neurological examination.
And tell us what that is. What did you do?
A neurological examination is different than a general physical exam because it focuses on the nervous system. The first part is called mental status. Then I'll assess cranial nerves, which are the nerves coming out of your brain to your head. And then the rest of the motor system, like arms and legs. I test for motor strength, tone, sensory examination, coordination, and gait, which is the ability to walk.
If I could approach the witness. Well,
Yes.
actually, Judge, I think the state would be stipulating to the introduction of Defense Exhibit 4.
We do, Your Honor, no objection.
Okay, very good. Be admitted.
Thank you. These gadgets.
You're welcome.
Is this what you're kind of talking about?
Well, this is the first part, the mental status. So I do a standardized test for the mental status called a MOCA, Montreal Cognitive Assessment. And this is how he did.
So in that first section, the visuospatial or executive functioning, what was Mr. Murphy asked to do?
He was asked to complete the trails, which is the first task on the upper left side, where you're supposed to connect the 1 to the A to the 2, and connect the rest of them in the same pattern that's been established.
And then what about the cube?
You're supposed to copy the cube.
And how did he fare on both of these tests?
He did the trails okay, but the cube was not good at all.
Okay. And then draw a clock, how did you do on that?
The clock he did okay, except the hands, he couldn't figure out exactly where the 11 went on 10 past 11.
Okay, and is there a number of points that are assessed or given to each one of these different tasks?
Yes, on the clock, the contour of the clock is a point. The numbers are part on it, that's a 2, although one can argue his spacing is off because there's a lot of space in it between the 1 and the 2 and the 2 and the 3, but I gave it to him. And the hands, that's what he failed, is the hands.
Okay. And then, looks like you got 3 out of 5 on that, points.
On naming, because he was able to name the lion, the rhinoceros, and the camel.
I'm talking about here, the first.
Oh, yeah, 3 out of 5 on the,
3 out-
and I'll say that 3 or 4 times and have him repeat it to me. And then I'll say, I'm going to ask you these, I'm going to ask this of you in a few minutes if we do the rest of the test.
And how did you do on that?
He ended up getting 4 out of 5 right.
And then you have something here that's called attention.
Yes.
What's that for?
This is where I tell him to repeat numbers, and I'll give him the numbers. First one is forward order, and the second one is reverse order, backwards.
Okay. And the points on that one?
He didn't do the one that was in reverse.
Okay. And then you've got language, abstraction, delayed recall, and orientation. Is this your initial evaluation kind of thing that you do, or is this something different?
This is part of the mental status component of the neurological examination.
And do you do that in the beginning or towards the end after you
I do that in the beginning of the neurological portion of things.
All right. What else do you do in addition to this? Is there some type of exercises with the arms and hands or something?
Well, then I test his cranial nerves.
Okay, tell us about that.
So the cranial nerve is going to be testing for the nerves that go to your face and structures of your head. Part of that is going to be oculomotor, which is the eyes. So I'll have jerking in his eyes. I couldn't call it nystagmus, but it was really bizarre. I've never really seen it before, but it's abnormal.
And how did you do that test?
I draw an H and have him fall.
And
I draw an H with my finger and have him fall, have him track my finger with his head sitting still.
So can you demonstrate for us?
Yes. Just follow my finger. And then you go in, check for convergence.
Is that similar to the horizontal gaze nystagmus test administered in DUIs, or similar?
It's going to be similar because they're looking for the same thing.
What is that?
Nystagmus.
Which is?
Jerking of the eyes. There's usually a fast and slow component. It was close to nystagmus, but he had no fast and slow. It's all the same component. It's all just jerky.
Okay. And you had no reason to believe that Davion Murphy was under the influence of anything?
No, he was not. I mean, he's in jail, but I didn't think he was under influence of anything.
And you say you've never seen that before? Is that what you said?
It was just bizarre.
Okay.
I've been looking at a lot of eyes, and I haven't seen him jerk quite like that.
But you have seen eyes that have jerked.
Yes.
And what is that a symptom of?
It's usually, it could be one of two things. One would be if he's currently experiencing vertigo, that can cause some nystagmus, but he wasn't having any vertigo. So the other thing that causes it is be disruption in the brainstem, where the oculomotor nuclei exist. There's going to be some disruption to it. And usually you see that in people with brain injury is that they don't just damage their cortex or cerebral hemispheres, they damage their whole brain.
Okay. What other kind of physical testing or examinations did you do?
Next, I assessed his motor examination,
Okay.
where I have him resist deltoids, biceps, arm, wrist flexors and extensors, and hand intrinsics, leg flexor, leg extensor, quadriceps extensor, and foot dorsiflexion. And then he had 5 out of 5 of that. He was full strength, no weakness. But when I checked his tone was elevated. Now, let me explain.
What does that mean? You say his tone
What's
was
that mean?
elevated? Yes.
So I have him, with one arm, have him draw a circle, sort of like this, while I then work with the other hand, trying to have him relax. While he was doing this, he was unable to relax and exhibited a tone increase, and contrary to both sides. Most people, when you do that, they can relax because they're fully capable. He wasn't able to do that.
So what is that indicative of?
Upper motor neuron, basically somewhere in his brain is not working right.
Okay. Did you administer any other physical tests? And if you need to refer to your report, you're
Let me
more
look
than
at
welcome.
the-
Just tell me.
Let's look at this here. Then I did reflexes,
Okay.
deep tendon reflexes, which I use my reflex hammer and tap on his tendons and places.
And what did that tell you? If anything.
Well, he had normal reflexes in his arms, 2 out of 5. In his legs, in his patellas, he had 3 out of 5, but his ankle jerks were 1 out of 5.
My fault. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Can you please state your full legal name?
Winston Leo Murphy, ma'am.
And,
The second degree murder.
all right. And are you familiar with someone by the name of Davion Murphy?
Yes, sir. The diagnosed with mental problems, but at this moment, I can't recall which one, but I have 3 children that are.
And how old are they? How old are your kids?
My oldest is 18 and 16, and I think 50, no, it's 21, which is my oldest son, and my daughter 18, and my son 17. All 3 of them suffer with mental abilities.
And who takes care of them?
My fiance.
Do you recall a time, well, let me strike that, let me ask you this. Davion's father, was he also an alcoholic?
He drunk at times, you could say. I wouldn't say alcoholic, but he did drink alcohol.
Did he drink to excess
Yes.
often?
Yes.
Okay. How did that affect how he acted when he would consume alcohol?
It would affect him.
Did you have the opportunity to observe your brother, David, taking care of or spending time with Davion and his younger brother?
At times, yes.
Can you tell us about that?
Davion and David, the father, is not together, so, David have his own place. But he took him to events, I would like a father would. I can't say out of my presence what happened, but he took him to events, he spent time with him.
When he would, meaning Davion, would visit with his father, did you have any concerns about where he was residing or would bring his nephews?
I mean, Serena, which is Davion's mother, is a wonderful woman, a wonderful mother to him.
Is there a time where she kicked Davion? Go ahead.
Excuse me.
Go ahead.
Me, my brother, I'll be concerned. It all depends on, like you say, what environment he got him in, but with his state of mind, yeah, I would be concerned. But with Serena's a great mother.
Okay, I want to focus kind of on Davion's father. Was there a time where Davion and his brother were not getting along with his mother's paramour or husband or what have you, and Davion's mother kicked him out of the house, and he went to go live with his father in a storage unit? You remember that?
I'm not familiar with that.
Okay. Do you remember any times where his mother kicked him out of the house?
No, ma'am, not that I can recall.
No? Okay. Did you have concerns about where the father would bring his nephews in the parts of the community that he would bring his nephews for their safety and things like that?
Yes. I mean, I would say yeah.
Why is that?
State of mind to be in.
His state of mind?
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
What you questioned me on earlier, is mental abilities.
What about the places that he was staying? Like, were they in Section 8 violent communities?
I mean,
As to leading, Your Honor. Well, just overall, go ahead and answer.
Serena raised him in a home, but his father lived in apartments, so it's a big difference from raising children.
Okay, I want to focus on the apartments. Tell us about the kind of apartments, why you were so concerned about your nephew, Davion. I know this is hard for you. I do appreciate that, and I understand that.
Apartments is real not private. You know, a home is private. So my brother's state of mind in some certain areas and certain apartments, I would be concerned about my nephew. I say that because the environment, apartment is private. It's not private, houses are private. With him, it would be a concern.
And was it part of your concern because of the violence? What about Adam Gooden Jr.? Who is he to you?
That is Serena's son, which would be my step-nephew.
Did you have any involvement in his life?
He was at my mom's house every time Davion got dropped off. So he was pretty much like a nephew. He is my nephew.
So
Even though he's not my biological, but he's my nephew.
So when Serena, which is Davion's mother, would drop Davion and Adam off to be cared for by your mother, is that a yes?
Yes.
And your mother's name is what?
Phyllis Murphy. God bless her dad.
And what was the reason that they were being dropped off to be cared for by your mother?
That's just what the family do. Family, you know, unity, stay together. Like family events every weekend, faithfully.
Where did you grow up? Where were you
East side of Jacksonville. Iona Street, 1623 Iona Street, the east side of Jacksonville.
And what about Davion Murphy?
She, over the years, I would say like the west side, the west, the north, the south. Over the years.
And would his father bring him to the east side?
Mostly be his mother.
His mother would bring him to the east
Yes,
side?
Serena. He lived with Serena.
Okay. If I can approach the witness, Judge.
Yes.
I'm showing you what's been marked as Defense Exhibit 1, A through K.
Davion and David. Be Davion. Gotta be Davion and David and Adam.
You recognize those? Judge, at this point in time, I would move to evidence what's marked as states Defense Exhibit 1.
No objection, Your Honor. Okay.
I just want to show you a couple.
Composite exhibit.
Yes, A through K,
Right. Defense.
and I can publish.
Yep.
I'm showing you 1A. Do you recognize that photo? Is that Davion when he was a baby?
Yes.
And this is 1B. Do you recognize that photograph?
Yes.
Is that Davion as well?
Yes.
And what about 1C?
Like that's Davion and Adam. Davion and David. Like Adam.
Adam is his younger brother.
Yes.
This is 1D. Is that Davion as a baby?
Yes.
What about this picture?
That's
1E.
David. That's Davion and David.
Is this one Davion and David's the younger one?
Yes.
And then this one is kind of hard to see, but 1F. What about this?
That's Davion and David again, ma'am.
1G,
Davion.
1H,
That's Davion and David and baby Adam.
So Davion,
is in the middle.
and this is who?
Adam,
Adam,
that's David.
one I,
So all those are Davion.
and then what about this one J
Davion.
and one K? Grown up now, huh?
Yeah, they done growing up. Like them, the rest of Serena daughters, and I know, yeah, I'm growing up. I could be David. Maybe it's been a minute. Hold on.
Haven't seen those in a long time, huh?
Yes.
I can approach the clerk. Okay. I'll pass the witness, Judge.
Okay, and Mr. Hernandez, if you would like to conduct your direct examination.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
I'm going to be asking you some questions regarding Rashad Murphy.
Yes.
Okay? What is your relationship to Rashad Murphy?
I'm his baby uncle.
And is he the gentleman that's sitting, I don't know if you can see over the screen, sitting next to me?
Yes, sir.
You're his uncle, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you're, would it be correct to say you're his paternal uncle, the brother of David Murphy, correct?
Yes.
Now, have you known Rashad since pretty much birth?
Yes, sir.
Describe to the jury the childhood, the environment that he was raised in.
My father got a master's degree in psychology. He took his criminal justice course. He served.
Who is this, your?
This is Leroy Murphy, which is my father, which is his grandfather. And we grew up on the east side of Jacksonville, in a home off Iona Street. And he pretty much raised us, to play sports, to complete school, and to meet our expectations.
Let me ask you about Rashad's father, being 14 years ago, correct?
Like 17.
Okay. When after you were incarcerated, was there any other male influence other than his grandfather?
Yes.
Okay. Who other than his grandfather?
I got a Miller brother, very financially set, my father, and I got cousins like brothers. We all close family. He had at least 9 to 8 strong African American family members.
Okay. Would you describe, maybe I worded it in a way because you said the surrounding areas, would you describe the area or the neighborhood that Rashad grew up in as a fairly high crime area?
I mean, it'd be hard to say the whole, partial, the whole east side of Jacksonville. I mean, we can describe it as that, but not out the direct home.
Tell the jury about what you know about Rashad. What kind of person is he?
Great. He was a great kid growing up. Great.
Did you see him as a father and a husband?
Yes.
What about how? Nothing else, Your Honor.
Okay, Cross?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Murphy, I'm going to ask you about Davion Murphy first, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And I know that Ms. Toomey, she asked you about Davion Murphy's father, David Murphy, and you said that you had known that he was diagnosed with schizophrenia and he had been in and out of mental hospitals. Is that correct?
Yes.
And you had testified that you were sometimes concerned when Davion would be with his father and go into certain apartments. Is that correct?
I mean, his living environments.
Where he was living. But you said that even though you had concerns, you were not able to give the defense attorney or this jury one incident that you had recalled that had happened when Davion was with his father. Is that correct?
Not that I recall. I'm not saying incidents never happened, but not that I can recall that.
Not that you could recall. She was just asking you if you had ever been concerned, and you said that in general you did have some concerns, correct?
It just was the housing. I was always raised in a home, and Davion's mother raised him in a home.
And I'm going to ask you that next. Davion's mother, Serena, she was a wonderful mother, isn't that correct?
Yes.
And she is the parent that had primary custody of him when he was living with her. Is that
Yes,
also
yes.
correct, sir? And when you said that Davion was with your parents, his grandparents, your mother and your father, that was a wonderful home, wasn't it, sir?
Yes.
And I think that you described in your deposition, although it may not have been the best environment, it absolutely was a great home to be raised in. Is that true, sir?
My father was in the military.
Yes. You said that he was in the military, always hardworking, and had a very structured environment for his kids and his grandkids. Isn't that true, sir?
Yes.
And you described your experience growing up and Davion and your...
Before you said she's your fiance, so she's not your fiance?
Baby mother.
Okay. How many of those do you have? Just one?
2 different.
2. Okay. Would you agree with me that there is fear of retaliation for testifying?
I'm going to sustain the objection.
Has anyone told you not to testify here today?
No.
No? You sure?
Okay, listen, he said no.
I didn't hear the last. You said no?
No,
Yeah,
ma'am.
he said no.
That's all I have.
Okay, and you redirect Mr. Hernandez.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Murphy, there was a time, obviously, that your mother passed, correct?
Yes.
Rashad's grandmother.
Yes.
Would you agree that the family started falling apart pretty much after that?
Yes.
You have a nephew named Gerard Adams, correct?
Yes.
And he passed, correct?
Yes.
Did that also have a very negative influence on your family?
Big one.
And he is your nephew, or was your nephew?
Nephew. He's like a son. He's just my nephew.
Now, again, you, correct me if I'm wrong, I think your testimony is that you have been in custody since 2012?
Yes.
So anything that has happened in Rashad's life would have happened, that happened after 2012, you would have no knowledge, correct?
It all depends. You know, I talk to him all the time through the phone. And, you know.
And even if you did not see a certain, you were not with, correct me if I'm wrong, were you living with Rashad during the time that his father was present? Or were you
Rashad?
living in different homes?
I mean, my father stayed with my brother stayed with which is Rashad's father. He stayed with my mother and my father.
Were you living at the house at that time?
And kind of in and off.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, very good. And, all right, I'm going to have you all step in real quickly. We need to get another witness on the stand.
All right.
Okay, very good. And thank you, Mr. Winston Murphy can be taken out. We have another inmate, correct?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, so we'll get those witnesses switched out.